Hi guys, Allied Races. Since before BFA's pre-patch, we've seen 8 new Allied races come into the game, 4 for both of the factions. And even though some of them seem very familiar to what we've seen before, they have encouraged players to create new characters, or race change from races that they've played since the start of the game. Whether this is because of cool racials or interesting lore, which was the reason why I created my Allied races. But what's next? Is for all we're having? Blizzard have set up so many other races, not just in BFA, but across the history of World of Warcraft, that could be very viable candidates. So here's a few races which I think we might be seeing very, very soon. First off, we have the Mecha-gnomes. Hidden away within the vault of Mechagon, we now know we will be visiting their homeland very soon. And you'd think by helping them out with their troubles, they might return the favour in joining one of our factions. And it seems very clear that the Alliance will get these ones. With Mechatalk injured during the Battle of Dazara Law, I can see some sort of questline into getting him help, leading them to join the Alliance. Of course, we've seen different kinds of Mecha-gnomes across the history of WoW, whether that be in Wrath when we ended Ulduar, in the form of Mimiron, or the various different Mecha-gnomes we saw across Mists of Pandaria and Warlords of Draenor. However, instead of being fully robotic ones, we are soon to see the ones that only have some mechanical parts, maybe giving them the sense of independence which will allow our characters to play that race. From a technical view, it seems very viable. All they need to do is tweak some of the models for the normal gnomes, and since we've had High Mountain Taurens, I can't see having Mecha-gnomes to be a problem. Vulpera. If you've played Horde and have quested through the Vol'dun area, you would have helped the Vulpera from being slaughtered by the Sethrak, a race who I will come onto in a little while. They seem very friendly with the Horde and are grateful for the work that we've done for them, but is it enough for them to join the Horde's war? I don't think it is. I feel like they would be useful in the war efforts, and they would be an allied race at some point, and I've tried to think of a reason why they would join. They have no ill will with the Alliance like the Zendalari do, apart from the fact that the Alliance are friendly-ish with the Sethrak. I feel like the Vulpera would be the Horde's equivalent to the Mecha-gnomes, and if it was the case, I don't know how I'd feel about this. It seems Blizzard are working to create this race for us players, with cloak animations being pulled out of the files, but we'll have to see. It would be a great letdown if they weren't any good. The Broken. The Alliance got half of its allied races from the attack on Argus. The Broken could be a fitting race for joining the Alliance. They're basically Draenei without the light, and they've been around since before World of Warcraft, in classic Warcraft games. Not only this, but they have their own mounts, a unique lore, and could bring a new shaman, a new rogue, and a somewhat monsterish contribution to the Alliance. Their close ties with the Draenei are enough to justify their addition to the Alliance. However, with the Lightforged Draenei being added, it just seems a little bit too early for another race like that. But it could be food for future thought. The Sethrak. The Sethrak are more or less considered to be a future allied race, because everyone knows that the Vulpera will join the Horde at some point. They have a unique lore, unique mounts, and can bring an additional non-human looking race to the Alliance. Not only this, but they fit perfectly with the high noble, sometimes arrogant trait that some Alliance races have. 2 problems though. 1, there's currently no particular relationship between the Alliance and the Sethraks, be it politically or through a blood tie. The Sethraks have had their own Zul the Betrayer figure they fought to deliver themselves from his tyrannical rule. The Horde actually fought him. We need a vast evolution of the current lore to justify them joining the Alliance. The Vulpera and the Sethrak have been enemies, and even though through a minor faction of the Sethrak fought the Vulpera to deliver themselves, there may be some amicity between these two. The Vulpera joining the Horde may lead to some problems. And secondly, their models. Even though they have tons of animations and their own skeletons, some people are afraid their head might just pose a problem when it comes to armour and cloth. Dark Rangers / Wardens. After the attack on Teldrassil, there are plenty and plenty of Night Elves' corpses ready to be raised. Not only is this justified lore-wise, but the result may be incredibly awesome with a brand new model. Blizzard have shown us they could make creepy Night Elves with depraved and arcane-hungry Nightborn in Legion. But again, there's a problem. The Forsaken are not forced to fight for the Horde when they are raised again. They are to do with their life is what their own business. And if they don't want to join Sylvanas, they are completely free to do so. The Night Elves have been massacred, humiliated by the Forsaken. And I can't see them joining their butchers with a big smile on their face. However, seeing what Sylvanas has already done, she could find a way to do this. But it has to be a freaking big one in order to be coherent lore-wise. So that's it, guys. Allied races. What do you guys think? Are there any that I missed out? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to see more videos like this, remember to subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you very, very soon.